हरिः ओम् नमस्काराः। स्वागतं सर्वेषाम् अस्माकं गीताध्ययनवर्गे। प्रार्थनाश्लोकेन आरभामहे। यः कोऽपि प्रार्थनाश्लोकान् पठेत्, कः पठितुमिच्छति?
पठामि महोदय।
वेङ्कटमहोदय पठतु महोदय।
धन्यवादः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नारायणः परो व्यक्तात् अण्डमव्यक्तसम्भवम् अण्डस्यान्तस्त्विमे लोकाः सप्तद्वीपा च मेदिनी। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः।
धन्यवादाः। इदानीम् अस्माभिः भगवद्गीतायां कर्मसन्न्यासयोगः इति पञ्चमः अध्यायः पठ्यमानः अस्ति. We are right now studying the fifth adhyaya called Karma Samnyasa Yoga. गतवर्गे वयं त्रयोदशं श्लोकं पठितवन्तः. एवं कुर्मः, एकवारम् अस्य अध्यायस्य सर्वान् श्लोकान् एकवारं वदामः. अहं वदामि, भवन्तः म्यूट् मध्ये स्थित्वा अनुवदन्तु. So I'm going to chant this shlokas one by one. All of you can join me, but you can be muted. Arjuna uvacha samnyasam karmanam krishna punaryogam cha samshasi yachreyayetayorekam tanme bruhi sunischitam. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Samnyasah karma yogascha Nishreyasakara ubhau Tayostu karma samnyasat Karma yogo visishyate. Jneyah sanitya samnyasi Yo nadveshti na kankshati Nirdvandvo hi mahabaho Sukham bandhat pramuchyate. Sankhya-yogau pruthak-balaha pravadanti na panditaha yekamapyasthitas samyak ubhayor vindate phalam. Yat sankhyaih prapyate sthanam tat yogairapi gamyate yekam sankhyam cha yogam cha yah pashyati sapashyati. Samnyasastu mahabaho dukkhamaptumayo gataha yoga yukto munir brahma nachirena adhigacchati. Yoga yukto vishuddhatma vijitatma jitendriyaha sarva bhutatma bhutatma kurvannapi na lipyate. Naiva kinchit karomiti yukto manyeta tattvavit pashyan shunvan sprushan jigran ashnan gachan swapan swasan pralapan visrujan grunhan unmishan nimishan api indriyani indriyartheshu vartanta iti dharayan. Brahmanyadhaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti yaha लिप्यते न स पापेन पद्मपत्रमिवाम्भसा कायेन मनसा बुद्ध्या केवलैरिन्द्रियैरपि योगिनः कर्म कुर्वन्ति सङ्गं त्यक्त्वात्मशुद्धये युक्तः कर्मफलं त्यक्त्वा शान्तिमाप्नोति नैष्ठिकीम् अयुक्तः कामकारेण फले सक्तो निबध्यते सर्वकर्माणि मनसा संन्यस्यास्ते सुखं वशी नवद्वारे पुरे देहि नैव कुर्वन्न कारयन् एतावत् पठितम् अस्माभिः त्रयोदश श्लोकाः अत्र पञ्चमाध्याये कर्मसन्न्यासयोगः इति अर्जुनेन पृष्टः श्रीकृष्णः अत्र कर्मयोगः कर्मसन्न्यासयोगः कर्मयोगः इत्येव योगः इत्युच्यते साङ्ख्ययोगः ज्ञानयोगः कर्मसन्न्यासयोगः एतयोः द्वयोः कर्मयोगः कर्मसन्न्यासयोगः इति कर्मसन्न्यास एतयोः द्वयोः कः श्रेष्ठः इति वदतु तदेव अहम् अनुसरामि इति अर्जुनेन पृष्टः भगवान् कृष्णः भगवता कृष्णेन उक्तं निःश्रेयसकरावुभौ कर्मयोगः ज्ञानयोगश्च कर्मसन्न्यासयोगश्च द्वौ अपि निःश्रेयसकरावुभौ तयोस्तु कर्मसन्न्यासात् कर्मयोगः विशिष्यते इत्युक्तौ भवते इति तदनन्तरं तद्विषये इदानीं विवरणं ददतस्ति भगवान् सर्वकर्माणि मनसा संन्यस्य वशी यः इन्द्रियाणि नियन्त्रितवान् यस्य वशे इन्द्रियाणि सः वशी सुखम् आस्ते सर्वकर्माणि मनसा संन्यस्य कुत्र नवद्वारे पुरे देहि नैव कुर्वन् न कारयन् one who has complete control of the indriyas, of the body, of the organs, vashi. That kind of a person, manasa, sarva karmani samnyasya, having abandoned, given up all the actions, meaning results of all actions. Samnyasya, giving up, abandoning. Sukhamaste is happy in himself, where being in the body, navadvare pure dehi, right? Dehi, the embodied jiva, being in the body, but naiva kurvan na karayan, neither actually doing things nor making others do things. So the question is, okay, anybody, everybody is in the body. What is special about this Vashi? Why Bhagavan has to say Vashi being in the body, neither doing nor causing others to do, having controlled all these sense organs, all the organs, happily resides, will be in the, continues to be in the body. So Adi Shankaracharya clarifies that question. There is a big difference. There is a big difference between Vashi, one who has control, one who has full control of the body, and one who has the knowledge. What kind of knowledge? Knowledge of what is Sat and Asat. Dehendriya Sanghatatma Atmavan. One who thinks he is his body is Ajnani. One who knows that he is not just the body, he is the Atman, Sat. Both the persons, you may think that, yeah, both are in the body. But the big difference, fundamental difference is Ajnani, one who thinks he is the body itself, right? That's how Vyavahara runs. That's how we people live. I am the body. I am short. I am tall. Meaning, my body is short. I am fair. I am dark. Meaning what? Body. We identify with the body. Ajnanam, right? So, such people will not say, I am in the body. They will say, I am the body. They may not say, I am the body verbally, but it is implied. I am black. I am dark. I am tall. I am strong. I am weak. I am old. Right? On the other hand, Jnani, one who understands the difference between Sat and Asat, one who understands that this body, which is born, aging, and one day it will perish. It is so natural, right? But what is I, the Jiva, in this body is Sakshat Paramatma, right? Aprameya, Avinashi, right? Nitya. So that person will not say, I am the body. He will realize, he sees that he is in the body. Navadvare Puredehi, the body, which is like a city with 7 entries, seven, dwaras. So what are the 7 dwaras of the body? Pancha in the head, 5, right? So netradvayam, dvaradvayam, nasikadvayam, karnadvayam, mukham iti, right? So there are 7 dwaras. Then 2 adhaha, right? Payupastha, payu upastha, right? So total 7 dwaras. That is the body, right? Being in the body, naiva kurvan na karayan. So a jnani who understands he is not the body, he is not just the composite of body mind. He knows that he is not actually doing or causing others to do. Naiva kurvan na karayan. Okay, that is clear. Then the next question is, if he is not doing, but somebody is doing, right? Things are happening. We see people doing things. Then who is doing these things? Is the next question. That is answered in the next shloka. Na kartrutvam na karmani lokasya srujati prabhuhu na karma phala samyogam स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते. पुनः अहम् एकवारं श्लोकं वदामि. सर्वे म्यूट् मध्ये एव भूत्वा अनुवदन्तु. So all of you can repeat after me. न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः न कर्मफलसंयोगं स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते. So now the first exercise is to break up this shloka into words, padachedaha in Samskrita. Any shloka, whether it is Bhagavad Gita, Ramayanam, Mahabharatam, or a simple Subhashitam. To understand this sloka, first you have to rearrange the words in a sentence form so we can figure out what is the meaning of this sloka. To be able to rearrange the words in a sentence form, first we have to identify what the words are, right? Then we can arrange them. So that exercise we are going to do now. That will be done by the Sanskrit students. Others who do not know Samskritam, just watch and enjoy this exercise. Hari Mahodaya. Bhavan Karotu.
नमस्ते महोदय।
Namaste Mahodaya.
न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः न कर्मफल संयोगं स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते। पदच्छेदः महोदय। न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः न कर्मफल संयोगं स्वभावः तु प्रवर्तते। न अव्ययं महोदय। कर्तृत्वम् अकारान्त पुल्लिंग कर्तृत्व शब्दः द्वितीया एकवचनं महोदय।
पुल्लिङ्गं वा नपुंसकलिङ्गं वा?
कर्तृत्वः
त्वम् अत्र भावः भवति एवं त्वं तत्त्वं कर्तृत्वं मानवत्वं नपुंसकलिङ्ग द्वितीया विभक्तिः इति सम्यक्।
कर्माणि नकारान्त नपुंसकलिंग कर्म शब्दः द्वितीया विभक्ति बहुवचनं महोदय। लोकस्य नकारान्त लोक लोकः अकारान्त नपुंसकलिंग लोक शब्दस्य
पुल्लिङ्गः लोकः इति पुल्लिङ्गशब्दः।
अकारान्त पुल्लिंग लोक शब्दः षष्ठी विभक्त्यान्तम् एकवचनं महोदय। सृजति लट्लकारे कर्तरि प्रथम पुरुष एकवचनं महोदय। प्रभुः अकारान्त प्रभु पुल्लिंग शब्दः
उकारान्त प्रभुः
प्रभुः उकारान्त प्रभु पुल्लिंग शब्दः प्रथम एकवचनं। कर्मफल संयोगः अकारान्त पुल्लिंग नपुंसकलिंग
पुल्लिंग शब्दः कर्म संयोगः
अकारान्त पुल्लिंग शब्दः द्वितीय एकवचनं महोदय। स्वभावः अकारान्त पुल्लिंग प्रथम एकवचनं महोदय। प्रवर्तते लट् कर्तरि प्रथम पुरुष एकवचनं महोदय। द्वे क्रियापदे स्तः महोदय। सृजति सृजति एकं प्रवर्तते एकं महोदय।
अतः वाक्यद्वयमिति।
आं महोदय। सृजति कः सृजति? प्रभुः सृजति। कः न सृजति? प्रभुः कः न सृजति? प्रभुः न कर्माणि सृजति। प्रभुः कस्य कर्माणि न सृजति? प्रभुः लोकस्य कर्माणि न सृजति। प्रभुः कर्तृत्वम् अपि न सृजति। प्रभुः कर्मफल संयोगम् अपि न सृजति। प्रभुः लोकस्य कर्माणि न सृजति, न कर्तृत्वं न सृजति, कर्मफल संयोगं न सृजति। तत् प्रथमवचनं वाक्यं महोदय। कः प्रवर्तते? स्वभावः प्रवर्तते। स्वभावः तु प्रवर्तते महोदय। द्वितीयवचनं।
अस्तु, उत्तमम् उत्तमम् उत्तमं, धन्यवादाः। इदानीं सर्वे श्रुतवन्तः किल? So you all heard this, you understood. I'll just repeat it. न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः न कर्मफलसंयोगं स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते. अत्र वाक्यद्वयं वर्तते. प्रथमं वाक्यमस्ति प्रभुः लोकस्य न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि न कर्मफलसंयोगं सृजति इति प्रथमं वाक्यं. द्वितीयं वाक्यं स्वभावः तु प्रवर्तते इति वाक्यद्वयम्. कः अर्थः? प्रभुः प्रभुः इत्युक्तौ कः अर्थः? सर्वव्यापी भगवान्, परमात्मा, परब्रह्म, ब्रह्मन्. प्रभुः सर्वव्यापी प्रभुः न सृजति. कर्तृत्वं लोकस्य न सृजति, कर्माणि अपि न सृजति, कर्मफल संयोगमपि न सृजति. So there is a common perception in Vyavahara, in the world. We see that people tend to believe this. I am doing things, I am achieving the things. I know I'm building a house, or I earn money, or I achieve things, karmani, and I am achieving those things. I am the doership, agentship. And karma phala samyogam, and my interest in the vishayaha, in the objects of my actions. To achieve, because of that interest, to achieve those things, the vishayaha, right, objects, I achieve them. And how am I doing it? Because Lord Bhagavan is making me do it, or I am doing it to make Bhagavan happy. Right? This is the common vyavahara. But Sakshat Bhagavan is telling you, as a Krishna, Sri Krishna Bhagavan is telling you, Prabhuhu na srujati. Right? So Paramatma, Parabrahma does not create agentship. Bhagavan does not create the objects of actions, objects for which the human beings have this kartrutvam, doership, agentship. Neither does Paramatma create the affinity, the desire, attachment of the human beings in the results of actions. No. Svabhavastu pravartate. Then what is it? Swabhavaha. Swasya bhavaha swabhavaha tu pravartate. One's own nature is what? That is doing this, that causes. It is the literal translation. Let us get into Bhashyam, Adi Shankara's Sanskrit Bhashyam, and let us see the explanation. Right? So, for those of you who joined for the first time, Bhashyam is a commentary, is an explanation of the shlokas. These Bhagavad Gita shlokas are practically, truly, are essence of Upanishads. Vedanta Saraha eva. And it is very subtle. So to understand clearly, we need a nice commentary, and Adi Shankara's commentary is revered, regarded as the best and the most comprehensive and rational. So we are trying to understand Gita through that. Astu. अत्र भाष्यमस्ति सर्वे पश्यन्ति इति मन्ये अहं वदामि भाष्यम् Hari Mahodaya Bhavan Anuvadatu. So Hari Mahodaya will repeat after me the Bhashyam in Samskritam. All of you, those who are listening, you also please repeat, but please be muted so that there is no kolahala. Hari Mahodaya Vadami Anuvadatu. Kincha na kartrutvamiti.
Kincha na kartruttvamiti.
Na kartrutvam swataha kuru iti.
Na kartrutvam swataha kurviti.
Kurviti.
Kurvi iti.
Kuru iti.
Kuru iti.
तत्र सन्धिः अस्ति अतः कुर्विति इति भवति अत्र विभज्य अहं वदामि भवान् अपि तथैव वदतु
न कर्तृत्वं स्वतः कुरु
इति
इति
नापि
कर्माणि
रथ घट प्रासादादीनि ईप्सिततमानि लोकस्य सृजति
उत्पादयति
प्रभुः आत्मा नापि रथादि कृतवतः तत्फलेन संयोगं न कर्मफल संयोगं न कर्तृत्वं स्वतः कुरु इति न कर्तृत्वं प्रभुः इति आत्मा इति प्रत्यगात्मा परमात्मा परब्रह्म. So all these terms are synonymous. Whether you say Atma, Jivatma, Paramatma, Atma, Prabhuhu. Right? Prabhuhu, Srujati, Utpadayati. Srujati means creates. It does not create. Na kartrutvam. It does not create doership. Swataha kuru iti. So Prabhu does not, Bhagavan doesn't say, oh, you do it. Kuru iti. Napi karmani. Objects. What kind of objects? Ratha, Ghata, Prasadadini, Ipsitatamani Lokasya. Lokaha ityukto, tatra Lokaha Prapanchaha ityaphi asti, Janaha iti Janaha, Manavaha. Karmani. What are people most interested in? Most desireful of? What? Rathaha. Purveshu Dineshu, those days it was a chariots. What would you say these days? Car. Right? So what is that we all of us cherish the most, want the most? Car. Car also not just, first when you don't have a car, you want a car. Once you have a car, you want, the best car, better than the neighbor's car. He purchased that, I want even a better one, bigger one. Or if I don't have a car, I see somebody driving a car, I want a car. Ratha, Ghata, Ghataha. Ghataha is like pot, right? Meaning the things that you need. Prasadadini, prasadaha. Prasadaha iti bhavanam. Right? So what do we need? We need a good, reasonable house, a shelter, so we can protect the bodies. Right? No, that is not the thing. Want a bigger house. How big? Bigger than my, somebody you are competing with without knowing that you are competing. Right? So my sister has that house. My brother has such a house. I want a house as big as that, if not bigger than. Or my friend has that. So ipsita tamani, most desired. These are the most desired objects by all of us. Right? But it is not Prabhu, it is not Bhagavan that he created those objects for you to go and acquire or get interested in. नापि रथादि कृतवतः तत् फलेन संयोगम, nor does he create this attachment for the results of the action, right? So we do work, at least we believe that I am doing, I'm working, right? I'm doing my job, I'm going to go for a job and I earn money or I earn things, right? It can be anything, not only earning money, any earning any objects of interest, right? Right? It could be even in this class. The reason why are we attending this class? Why am I conducting this class? Do I have an attachment to the result of this? I want this many people should come and follow this. This many people should say, oh, wow, wow, great class and all that. Or similarly, those who come to the class, oh, I want to be a master of Bhagavad Gita or this thing. I want that result. I have this goal to achieve, right? All these things. It is we can make up all these things, but it is not Bhagavan, right? It's not Prabhu who causes this doership or the objects of these actions, nor the attachment to the results of the action. Astu agramam vakyam pathamah. यदि किंचिदपि स्वतः न करोति न कारयति च देहि,
यदि किंचिदपि स्वतः न करोति न कारयति च देहि
कः तर्हि कुर्वन् कारयंश्च प्रवर्तते इत्युच्यते.
कः तर्हि कुर्वन् कारयन् कारयन् च प्रवर्तत इत्युच्यते.
स्वभावस्तु स्वभावः स्वभावः
स्वभावस्तु स्वभावः स्वभावः
अविद्यालक्षण प्रकृतिर्माया प्रवर्तते.
अविद्या अविद्या लक्षण प्रकृतिर्माया प्रवर्तते.
दैवीः इत्यादिना वक्ष्यमाणा.
दैवीः इत्यादिना वक्ष्यमाणा.
यदि किंचिदपि स्वतः न करोति न कारयति च देहि, if as per the shloka, as per Bhagavan, if the jiva is naiva kurvanna karayan, not doing nor causing others to act, to do things, then kaha tarhi kurvan karayamsha pravartate. But we see people do things like, you can right now, you can see this person is speaking, you are listening, and I am seeing you, you are seeing me, right? All these things are happening. Then who is doing all these things if there is nobody is doing or causing things to happen? Kah tarhi uttaram uchyate. The answer is given here. Swabhavaha. Swabhavaha. Kah artha swabhavaha? Swabhavaha. Swabhavaha. Swahabhavaha. Swabhavaha. One's own nature. What kind of nature is that? Avidya lakshana. That nature whose characteristic, trademark is avidya, ajnanam, ignorance. The other names for that, prakritihi, maya, pravartate, and daivihi ityadina vakshyamana. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is going to explain this maya in the coming chapters. The Adi Shankaracharya quotes here 7:14 Saptamadhyayasya Chaturdasha Shlokamatra Udaharat. Evam. So he's going to talk about this in. So for your convenience, I have listed those shlokas here. Tribhir gunamayed bhavaihi yebhi sarvamidam jagat. So you say that Maya, Prakriti, one's own nature is doing these things. What do you mean by that? How can nature do these things? So what exactly is that nature which does these things? Tribhihi gunamayahi bhavaihi yebhihi sarvamidam jagat. This entire samsara, everything that you can feel with your sense organs, anything that you can touch, anything that you can see, anything that you can hear, anything that can be perceived by an indriya is jagat, including the body which is perceiving that, the mind, this entire thing, sarvam jagat, is made up of trigunaihi, sattvam, rajaha, tamaha, sattva, rajas, tamamsi. These are the three constituents. They're called gunas, but guna, don't be confused with the quality. There is a word quality which is guna. It is not that guna. This is a technical term, paribhashika shabda. So everything that in the universe, everything in the world, including you, including I meaning this body, the mind, human body mind system, is all made up of these three gunas. What kind of three gunas? Is the Maya. The name is given Maya. Again, by the word Maya, some of you who joined today, don't be confused with the word magic. Maya is not magic. Maya is Prakritihi. Then why the word Maya? Because Maya, practically the word is used in even local languages to mean something wonderful, something magical. What exactly is the root word of Maya? Miyate anaya iti Maya. Right? So measurement, miyate. So everything in the world is like, by measurement in a way, by qualification. Everything is made up of these three gunas. And miyate anaya iti Maya is relative, measured, measurable, qualified. So all that is Maya, and it is Mithya, and it is not Sat, it is Asat. How do you say it is Asat? I can see the body exists, can see everything, right? There's a lamp there, and there's my hand here, and I have my phone. I can see, feel all these things. How is all this Maya? How is this all Asat? How do you say all this is made up of Prakritihi, the three gunas? Okay, it is made up of Prakriti, but how is it Maya? Again, I repeat, Maya is not magical. Mithya does not mean it is false or non-existent. No. Yes, they do exist. They do exist. They have Vyavaharika Satta. They do not have Paramarthika Satta, meaning they are all transitory, right? We know that pretty well. That the phone which you had 10 years back, where is that? You don't know. It's gone. The house which was there 100 years back, 200 years back, it is no more. It is only now a thought of that. Or your own family, right? As you're growing up, you see, right? You lose your grandparents in your just in your life. In our lives, we have seen all that, right? We see grandparents who took care of us, when we were children. We thought, oh, then I love my grandparent or something. They're no more. They're gone. Where are they? It's gone. And as we are aging, even parents too, right? Some of us, may have lost the parents, but we grew up as a family, almost thinking they'll be there forever. It was unthinkable that those people will not be there, but they're not there anymore, right? Even your own siblings, your friends, right? In your own family, people may have lost them. Where are they? What about you and me? It's just a question of time. It is not philosophy or some. No, it is just a matter of fact, right? You should accept it with a smile. So nothing is permanent, right? We can see it's all transitory. Even as we speak, as I'm speaking, you are listening, this body is undergoing changes. Cells are dying in the body, aging as we speak, day by day, right? So everything that is born, right, it ages. And some point it becomes weaker, and one point it perishes. That is in the very nature of this. So all that which can be seen, which can be felt is transitory. That is beyond doubt, right? Paramarthika satta nasti. So that is Maya, right? So Maya only as measurement, meaning in just relative words, it existed, not as does not exist anymore, right? So even anything that you think you have, whether it was it's money, house, your relatives, or your power, or even this body, even the knowledge, slowly they're gained, they are lost. Nothing is really true or permanent, right? We can see that. So daivi hyesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते maya me tam taranti te. So this maya, because of which this world exists, you exist as you think, as you see, is all because of that daivi. And does that maya have independent existence, independent of Bhagavan? No, it doesn't have independent existence. Right? So that is the big difference between the yoga. There is a there is a school of thought who think that nature Maya is independent of Paramatma, but that doesn't resolve the crisis. That doesn't resolve the answers for moksha and all that. So no. So in Vedanta, in Upanishadic thought, it is clear. So Maya is also from Paramatma only, from Brahma only. So that's why he uses the word Mama Maya Duratyaya. It is very difficult to be crossed, right? Okay. So that is the Maya. And in Shvetashvaropanishad also, Mayam tu prakrutim vidya, Mayinam tu Maheshwaram. So you understand Maya as the Prakruti. And who is the one behind this Maya or this Prakruti? Maheshwaraha. Maheshwara is not Ishvara in so-called Kailasa, one of the three Trinity. No. Maheshwara is Parameshwaraha, Paramatma, Parabrahma, Atma, Pratyagatma, Brahman, all the same things, synonyms. Right? So that is the Swabhava. So what we consider as I, the agent, I am doing, is actually that we superimpose on this body mind system, which performs the actions through the body and the organs, the karmendriyani, jnanendriyani, iti, right? Okay. So if now that Indriyani topic has come, let me quickly show you. Indriyani, right, for the benefit of those who joined today, others might already know this. Indriya Nirupanam. What are these Indriyani? What are the these body organs? No, the Jnanendriyani and Karmendriyani. Jnanendriyani, tvak, skin, charma, chakshuhu, chakshurindriyam, shrotram, shrotrendriyam, jihva, rasanendriyam, घ्राणम नासिका घ्राणेन्द्रियम कर्मेन्द्रियाणि वाक् पाणिः पादः पायुः उपस्थम् इति एवम् इन्द्रियाणि एतैः इन्द्रियैः एतैः इन्द्रियैः क्रियमाणानि कर्माणि अहं करोमि इति तत्र अज्ञानेन चिन्तनं भवति कारणं किमिति चेत् अज्ञानमेव. So the actions, even scientifically, even if rationally, if you think about it, it is not that difficult to understand. So the actions are performed like, I am speaking right now. The speaker, this person is speaking. How is he speaking? Right? How is this speech coming? It is the tongue, right? That is producing, and I am producing some sound waves, right? That sound, your ears, electronically through the internet now, wherever you are hearing that sound waves. That sound waves are touching your eardrums, and you are hearing the sound. So you meaning what? The ears, the body, and the intellect, the buddhi is receiving that and making inference, having an understanding, right? So if you see this process, where is this process happening? It is obviously prakriti, right? The human body mind system. So it's even scientifically. So that's why our Vedanta is very, I would say, not just close, is science, is more than science, because it answers what science can answer. It answers what science cannot answer. Astu. Let us go to the next shloka. Nadatte kasyachit papam nachaiva sukrutam vibhuhu ajnanena vrutam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavah. पुनः एकवारं वदामि, सर्वे अनुवदन्तु म्यूट् मध्ये स्थित्वा. बी म्यूटेड and repeat after me. नादत्ते कस्यचित् पापं न चैव सुकृतं विभुः अज्ञानेनावृतं ज्ञानं तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः. पुनः एतं श्लोकमपि पदच्छेदं कृत्वा अन्वयं प्राप्य अर्थम् अवगमिष्यामः. कः कर्तुमिच्छति? Who want to, the Sanskrit students who wants to take this? नीलकमला महोदय, भवती कर्तुमिच्छति किम्?
नादत्ते कस्यचित् पापं न चैव सुकृतं विभुः अज्ञानेनावृतं ज्ञानं तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः. न अव्ययं, क्षम्यतां, पदविभागः एवम् अस्ति. न आदत्ते कस्यचित् पापं न च एव सुकृतं विभुः अज्ञानेन आवृतं ज्ञानं तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः. निश्चयः एवम् अस्ति. न अव्ययम्. आदत्ते दा धातुः लट्लकार प्रथमपुरुष एकवचनं. कस्यचित् चिच्चन प्रयोगः अस्ति. पापं अकारान्त नपुंसकलिङ्ग पापशब्दस्य द्वितीया विभक्तिः एकवचनं. न अव्ययं च अव्ययम् एव अव्ययं सुकृतम् अकारान्त नपुंसकलिङ्ग प्रथमा विभक्ति क्षम्यता अकारान्त नपुंसकलिङ्ग द्वितीया विभक्तिः एकवचनं विभुः उकारान्त नपुंसकलिङ्ग विभुशब्दस्य प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं क्षम्यतां महोदय उकारान्त पुंलिङ्ग विभुशब्दस्य प्रथमा विभक्तिः एकवचनम् अज्ञानेन अकारान्त नपुंसकलिङ्ग अज्ञानशब्दस्य तृतीया विभक्तिः एकवचनम् आवृतम् अकारान्त आवृत अकारान्त नपुंसकलिङ्ग आवृतशब्दस्य प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनम्
सम्यक्
ज्ञानं तथैव अस्ति अकारान्त नपुंसकलिङ्ग ज्ञानशब्दस्य प्रथमा विभक्तिः एकवचनं तेन दकारान्त नपुंसकलिङ्ग तत् शब्दस्य तृतीया विभक्तिः एकवचनं मुह्यन्ति अत्र धातुः मुः अस्ति वा महोदय
सम्यक् आमां
मुः धातुः लट्लकारः कर्तरिप्रयोगः प्रथमपुरुष बहुवचनं जन्तवः उकारान्त पुंलिङ्ग जन्तु शब्दस्य प्रथमा विभक्तिः बहुवचनम् अत्र क्रियापदं द्वयम् अस्ति न आदत्ते एकं मुह्यन्ति अपरम् आदत्ते कः न आदत्ते विभुः न आदत्ते विभुः किं न आदत्ते विभुः पापं न आदत्ते विभुः कस्य पापं न आदत्ते विभुः कस्यचित् पापं न आदत्ते पुनः विभुः किं न आदत्ते विभुः सुकृतं न आदत्ते आहत्य भवति विभुः कस्यचित् पापं न कस्यचित् पापं न सुकृतं च एव आदत्ते महोदय अत्र अज्ञानेन आवृतं ज्ञानं तत्र
वाक्यं भवति
अस्तु तर्हि
त्रीणि वाक्यानि इति
अस्तु तर्हि अध्याहारः करणीयः अध्याहारे क्रियापदं भवति अस्ति किम् अस्ति ज्ञानम् अस्ति कीदृशं ज्ञानम् अस्ति आवृतं ज्ञानम् अस्ति केन आवृतं ज्ञानम् अस्ति अज्ञानेन आवृतं ज्ञानम् अस्ति अन्तिमक्रियापदमस्ति मुह्यन्ति के मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः मुह्यन्ति केन मुह्यन्ति तेन जन्तवः तेन मुह्यन्ति
सम्यक् अस्तु उत्तमम् अत्युत्तमं महोदय पुनः एकवारं श्लोकं वदामः नादत्ते कस्यचित् पापं न चैव सुकृतं विभुः अज्ञानेनावृतं ज्ञानं तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः अत्र त्रीणि वाक्यानि सन्ति त्री सेण्टेन्सेस् विभुः परमात्मा न कस्यचित् पापं न चैव सुकृतम् आदत्ते परमात्मा विभुः इत्युक्ते सर्वव्यापी see all these words about Paramatma अविनाशिः indestructible नित्यः eternal अप्रमेयः immeasurable विभुः सर्वव्यापी these are all just various ways to communicate what Paramatma is. They are not qualities or independent things. So Vibhuhu, that Sarvavyapi, Bhagavan, Paramatma, Adatte. Adatte means take. Grunati, Swikaroti. He doesn't receive, he doesn't take, he doesn't accept. Nakasyachit papam. The bad things or sins committed by anybody, nor the Shubha Karmani or the good deeds or bad deeds, whatever it be. Paramatma is not receiving them, right? This is again quite different from the common perception. So the common perception is, oh, if I do good things, then Paramatma sitting there, he is judging. Okay. So he is judging who is doing good things and who is doing bad things. He will weigh, and those people who are doing good things, he is receiving that good things. And those people who are doing bad things, he is not receiving, but he is watching them and he will punish them. That is the Vyavahara thing. But that assumes that Paramatma is somebody like us, sitting there somewhere, judging people and deciding who should get what and all those things. That is our mind's projection. But this Vibhuhu, Paramatma, that eternal, indestructible, immeasurable, and eternal, that Tat, right? All pervading, that cannot receive. By assuming that he receives these things, we are bringing down Paramatma into our level, like our mind's intellectual level. I do this, he receives that. He receives this and he gives me back. That's how we do things, right? We trade. You did this for me, I will do that for you. I will help you, you help me. If you don't help me, I won't help you. That person helped me, let me help. That person did not help me when I was in need of help. Now he is in need of help. I'm not going to help. Why should I? This kind of thinking, give and take, is the mind's thinking. It is this mind which creates such a God or Bhagavan who also does business like your mind does. Right? So we bring down. But Paramatma is beyond all this. He is not watching there like you, like your boss, checking, judging, and all that. So, na papam, na va sukrutam. Adatte, he takes, he receives. If so, then why? Why people think so? Why people want to think that Bhagavan is sitting there judging good and bad, and helping those who does good, and punishing those who do bad things. Why? Jnanam ajnanena avrutam. This knowledge, this when we say knowledge, we are not talking about ordinary knowledge of things that we acquire by learning. No. The word jnanam, be careful, has multiple meanings. The way in Vyavahara we use the word jnanam, knowledge, is accumulation of words, things in the mind, brain, is what we call knowledge. I know Samskritam, meaning I know the grammatical aspects. I know this, I have the skill to speak Samskritam. So you say I have the knowledge of Samskritam. Or I have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. I learned all the 700 slokas, left to right, top to bottom, learned by heart. In my sleep, I can chant all those slokas. So one thinks that one has the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita or studied even the Bhashyam. I know about Bhagavad knowledge. That is different. That is not, this jnanam is different. This jnanam is the ultimate. That this jnanam is that which is all inclusive, everything. So this jnanam is the ultimate. What is this ultimate jnanam? That sat asat, right? That paramarthika jnanam, that jnanam which gives you the ability to perceive that there is only one thing, Sat, Brahman. Everything else, Asat. Right? So that discriminating knowledge of what is a Sat and what is Asat, what is Nityam, what is Anityam, what is Atma, what is Anatma. There are only two things. Not even two things, only one thing. But at least one projected thing is what we call Jagat, which is changing all the time, impermanent, right? And the other, which is Paramatma, right? Eternal. So that jnanam, the discriminating knowledge, wisdom, that knowledge is avrutam by ajnanam, adhyasa, right? So why? Because of the Prakriti, Maya, avidya, ignorance. The ignorance says, no, 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 you are this body. This house is yours. This building, this house is yours. This money is yours. This car is yours. That is your brother, sister, or your friend. I have all these things, right? There is adhyasa superimposed on this body. So when we say, think about that. When we say my house or my brother, my sister, my father, my money, how are you related to all those things? Through this body, right? This is how, why I think, he's my brother, but you are not my brother. How do I know that? Because this body and that body were born from the same parents. So he's my brother. Your body is born from different parents. You are not my brother, right? It's all based on this body and this thing. So that is ajnanam. So because that jnanam, we already have the jnanam, but that jnanam is covered by this ajnanam. Tena muhyanti jantavaha. By that there is delusion, mohaha. Jantavaha, jantun, janma bhavati, jayante iti jantavaha. Meaning praninaha. Jantavaha in regional languages, that word jantu is used to mean an animal. No, jantuhu means one which is born is a jantuhu. Vayam jantavaha, we are manavaha. Of course, we behave like jantavaha only, right? Even janta, no, animals behave better than us when it comes to selfish things. So jantavaha tena muhyanti. So the beings are deluded by that ajnanam. Okay, let us quickly finish the bhashyam and conclude here. Aham bhashyam vadami, Nila Mohoday bhavati vadatu. Nilkama
महोदय
Mohodaya.
महोदय महोदय मुह्यन्ति अर्थं किम्?
Muhyanti, muhyanti, or deluded, delusion,
मुह्यन्ति
delusion, delude,
Delude.
right? Meaning not understanding things correctly, being misled, right? Misled, mohaha. Right? Okay.
मोहः
Mohaha. Moha is not, in a regional languages, we use that to mean some attachment or kamaha like that, but it is deeper than that. It is the cause of that. Mohaha is the delusion that I am this body and
Yes.
whatever this body mind system, right? So this is all delusion.
Right.
Mohaha.
Mm.
Astu.
धन्यवादः
Paramarthatastu nadatte iti.
परमार्थतस्तु न दत्ते इति
Nadatte na grunhati.
न दत्ते न गृह्णाति
Bhaktasyapi kasyachit papam.
तस्यापि कस्यचित् पापम्.
So this Adi Shankaracharya's Bhashyam, it is not only very deep, and it's very simple. What he does is he takes every word in the shloka, then explains one word at a time. Beautiful. Na datte, na adatte, na grunhati. Does not accept, does not take. Bhaktasya api kasyachit papam. The bad deeds are the papam of even bhaktaha, right? So it doesn't matter who that person is, bhakta or abhakta. Nobody's papam is received, is taken, is accepted by Bhagavan, Prabhu. Nachaiva adatte sukrutam bhaktaihi prayuktam vibhuhu.
न चैव आदत्ते सुकृतं भक्तैः प्रयुक्तं विभुः.
Nor does Prabhu meaning Atma, Paramatma, nor does he receive the Shubha Karmani or the good things. Right? So our thinking is like if you do good things, then Bhagavan will receive them. No, Bhagavan is not receiving neither the good things nor the bad things. Kimartham tarhi bhaktaihi
किमर्थं तर्हि भक्तैः
पूजादि लक्षणम याग दान होमादिकं च सुकृतं प्रयुज्यत इत्याह.
पूजादिलक्षणं यागदान होमादिकं च सुकृतं प्रयुज्यते इति आह.
तत्र प्रयुज्यते इति आह इत्यस्ति. तत्र सन्धिः भवति, अतः सन्धिकारणेन प्रयुज्यत इत्याह. विभज्य वदामश्चेत् प्रयुज्यते इति आह. उत्तमम्. अज्ञानेनावृतं ज्ञानं विवेकविज्ञानम्.
अज्ञानेनावृतं ज्ञानं विवेकविज्ञानम्.
तेन मुह्यन्ति करोमि कारयामि भोक्ष्ये भोजयामि इति एवं मोहं गच्छन्ति अविवेकिनः संसारिणः जन्तवः.
तेन मुह्यन्ति करोमि कारयामि भोक्ष्ये भोजयामि इत्येवं मोहं गच्छन्ति अविवेकिनः संसारिणः जन्तवः.
See, so beautiful, so nicely explained. So kimartham tarhi bhaktaihi, if that is the case, if Prabhu Paramatma does not receive anything we do, whether it is good things or bad things, then why do devotees, right? Right? We almost define our Vaidika Sanatana Dharma as doing rituals, right? We almost concluded that. That's what we do. Then why do all these devotees do all these pujas, yaga, dana, all these things? All these are good deeds. If they are not received by Bhagavan, why people do that? People do that expecting something in return. That Bhagavan, I do these things, Bhagavan will give me something good things back. He will take care of me. Why do people do that? Ajnanena avrutam jnanam viveka vijnanam. So this knowledge, this ultimate knowledge that I am not this body, and whatever I'm thinking I should get those results for me, they are not true. I'm not this body. That knowledge is covered, is overtaken by the ajnana, mohaha. Tena muhyanti. By them, by that prakriti, are the people deluded. And deluded people, what do they say? What does he say? A deluded person. Karomi, I do. Karayami, I will make others do. Bhokshye, I eat. I consume things. Bhojayami, I make others eat. It evam moham, this kind of delusion. Gachanti, they go. Who? Avivekinaha. foolish people, ignorant people. Samsarinaha. So a synonym for foolish person is samsari. So one who is caught in this samsara. Samsara means everything that we do on a daily, every second to second we do that. That I am doing this, I achieve, my daughter, my son-in-law, my brother, my money, me, and I do, I cause all these things. This is what we call samsara. Samsarinaha, jantavaha. Jantavaha is not like, it's not a derogatory word to mean animals. No, it means praninaha. So the people, we human beings, caught in this, we we think we are performing actions. I'm eating, I'm making others eat. I'm doing, I'm making others do things. So that's what we think. So that is the bhashyam. Punaha ekavaram shlokam vadamaha. Nadatte kasyachit papam na chaiva sukrutam vibhuhu ajnanena vrutam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavaha. So it's beautiful. Then before anybody asks this question, I will answer that anyway. Okay, if that is the case, whether you do good things, Paramatma doesn't care. You do bad things, Paramatma doesn't care. Then why should I do good things? Why not I be selfish? Why not I do what I think is right? What is wrong in that? Why there is good, bad, you should do, you should not do? See, the question is very common. Interesting question, obvious question, right? But if you have understood the Vedanta teaching of Bhagavad Gita, you will not ask that question. Why you will not ask that question? What is the jnanam? Jnanam is that there is no I, which when I say when I say why I should do good things, who is this I who is doing good things or bad things? That I as me in this body. If you take this body, this I have a name, Raghuvarma. He has a family, he has his things, he thinks he has all this, whatever he has, including the knowledge of Samskritam, his, passion to teach Samskritam, and, his passion to teach, everybody should learn Bhagavad Gita. All this also, right, is part of what he is, right? But is there such a thing really? So who is this who is doing good thing or bad thing? Is there a separate entity like that? So in asking that question itself, you are making an assumption that you are what you think you are, superimposed on the body, and right. So when you say, when I do, why should I do good things? You are separating yourself. You're already accepting that you are your body and whatever that body. So the question itself is not right. Okay, understand. Okay, that is very intelligent way of escaping. You're not answering the question. Okay, let me try to answer that also. Karma phalam, cause and effect. For everything, there is a result, right? Karma phalam sarvaihi bhoktavyameva. So whatever we do, yes, it is true that there is nobody sitting there and judging whether you're right or wrong. No. But karma phalam bhoktavyam. What we do, we have to, we cannot escape. We can say, oh, nobody is watching, let me do this. But it will come back to you. You have to face the consequences of your actions or inactions. We all know that. Whatever we are today is a result of our actions plus actions which are beyond our control. You call that Ishvara, Parameshwara, God, whatever. This moment is a result of all that. We should take responsibility for that. So whatever we do or we don't do has its results. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana Ma karma phala hetur bhuhu ma te sangostva karmani. So we have this right only to do actions, but the results of the actions we don't have. They are just inevitable. We are in this body, in this state, as a result of our actions, given, period. No denial of that. So it doesn't matter whether somebody is judging or not. So whatever you do things, they will have a result, karma phalam, which you have to experience. You cannot escape from that. So it is not about good and bad. It is not about whether Paramatma is watching you and giving you a reward for good things or punishing. No, it happens. You can call that, Ishvaraha, right? So whatever the name you give to that, our actions have inevitable results, which we have to experience. So the question is not whether Bhagavan, what Bhagavan will do. The question is what I do now, this moment, the result of that. One must face. If you don't want to face the result of an action which you know is not right, is adharma, don't do that. Not because of God, because you don't want to face the consequence of that. Right? So we have to take responsibility for our own actions. So this is another thing people do misunderstand, misinterpret, that it's all given, it's all done already. You're all like, body is moving according to a plan made by somebody else. Escapism. No, that's not what Vedanta says. Vedanta does not let you escape. One is responsible for one's actions. Right? Krutam karma, krutasya karmanah phalam bhoktavyam, क्रियमाणस्य कर्मणः फलं भोक्तव्यं, करिष्यमाणस्य कर्म फलमपि भोक्तव्यमेव. One has to experience the results of one's past actions, present actions, and future actions. So long as you have this bandha, this attachment, I am the doer. So that then till that moment we have to experience. Then when is the freedom, moksha? That is the subject of Vedanta. Is it inevitable? Is there a way? Is there a way that I am out of this cycle of karma phalam, right? So I don't want it. It is like a rat, mouse trapped in this thing. So is there a way to get out of this? Of course. That is the very purpose of Vedanta, Upanishads, and Bhagavad Gita. I'll stop here. 5 minutes if you have any questions.
Namaste, Mahoday.
Ah.
Just when you're talking about karma phala, this is Usha. Karma phala, does that bring in that whole, is that part of Vedanta, what you say about reincarnation, and that phala may not be affecting you this life, but the future life and all that? Does that become part of all this cause and effect, or is it just a way to keep us on the right track and understand that you have to do the right things?
No, not at all. So that is the distinguishing characteristic of Vedanta. That is what the conventional religions do. They have doctrines, dogmatic. They say you do this, you don't do this. If you don't believe in this God, a special God with a name. I mean, I don't want to go into details and criticize other religions. That is not our goal. But if you don't believe in this God, our God, that religion is built around one God. If you don't believe this God, it's papam. You will go to hell. If you believe in this God and do these things, then you will go to Swargam, heaven, or you will be taken care of by the God. That's what conventional religions do. But our Vedanta is not about belief. It is not about doctrines. It is about rationality, ultimate rationality, ultimate truth which is undeniable, which cannot be, which is true always. It was true 10,000 years back. It is true today. It will be true after 10,000 years. That is truth. Right? So when it comes to the Jagat and Prakriti, right? Prakriti, Maya. This Jagat is made up of Prakriti, right? So that Sattva, Rajas, Tamo, Gunamsi. So everything, whatever we are talking about, everything is made up of that. So this Prakriti has its own, cycle, right? We are in this cycle.
Yeah.
So this cycle, right? You can see, I'll ask you one question. See, there are certain people, in this class. I'm sure all of us have better things to do. Why are we in this class? If not in this class, many of us will be a class similar to this somewhere else. Not everybody does this. Everybody is busy worrying about their own life, daily mundane things, earning money, or worried about daughter, son, these things. Why are we here? There is something called samskara in us. The fact that we are all assembled here, this person is speaking something and you are listening to that something because of a samskara that comes naturally from you. Where did that come from? I mentioned this many times before. Same parents, same mother, same father.
Oh, yeah.
If there are 3 children, 2 children, 5 children, same brought up. No, one child was not given special treatment to be different. We see they grow up with the different personalities in the same family, same parents. Where does this difference come from? Right? Samskara. Janmataha. It is, you can see in the, even the early stages of a person, you can see even in very early stages, like when as the child is growing up, you can see children with, growing up with a different kind of samskaras. Right?
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean that they are caught in that. One can overcome that. That is Prakriti. So this karma phalam is scientific, is rational. It is not something invented by Vedanta to put people in the right direction. Not at all. Vedanta is not about directing people to do things. Quite the opposite. Vedanta is all about seeing the truth. Truth, which is desha, kala, vastu aparichinnam. What the truth which is not constrained by place, truth which is true at all places, India, America, wherever. Even in if you go to sun, there also it must be true. If you enter a black hole, even there it must be true. Truth, all places, and then all times. Not that this truth, it was true in Vedic times, it is not true anymore. That is no truth. All times. Then truth which applies to everything, not that it applies to only certain things and it doesn't apply to certain things. Desha, kala, vastu, aparichinnam. One is not constrained by these three. That is the truth. That is moksha. That is the pursuit of Vedanta. Not leading people to do things. You do this is right, that is wrong. Not at all.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I understand the karma phala, the cause and effect thing, but like the whole concept of reincarnation factors into this. That's what I'm asking? And many people, right, and that's where I have a little trouble understanding.
Yes,
because
I understand. I understand as rational people.
Yeah.
We question that, which is a good question. You should question that. The only because Vedanta is at a much deeper level. Vedanta is not about reincarnation. It says even the Janma, this body, whatever you think you are, is not what you are. So where is the question of giving
Being born
importance to
again.
the whether you have this body or that body.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Vedanta is much deeper. So Vedanta is not affected by this, but the other schools of thought have to answer that because they are deeply dependent on things like that. They say you do punyam, you do puja, or this thing, you will go and live with Mahavishnu, who is in Palakadali, or the Khira Samudra. You'll be his devotee. He will take care of you. You will live next to him. After death, you will go directly go there. So
I also feel, sorry, Mahoday, I just wanted to finish that thought.
yeah.
I also feel like sometimes I've read it somewhere, it's also no one has an explanation as to why bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people. So maybe that's when they come up with it, is what I was
See,
wondering.
again, so the Vedanta's take on that good thing, bad thing, right?
Mm-hmm,
Will be what is obvious, right? Who characterizes a thing as a good thing or a bad thing? Okay, what is the ultimate bad thing that can happen
well,
to anybody?
death, I guess. I mean, that's how they think.
So for a Vedanti, that
That
death
doesn't
is
matter.
a welcome thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That is not a thing to be afraid of, not to be hated. Again, even personally, honestly, I'm telling you out of my heart, I don't see why death is different from birth.
But personally, I feel suffering is what I think,
Yes,
at least I
suffering, yeah.
personally am more scared of that. And
Yeah.
many
So
people
suffering,
also say
yes.
that.
Suffering which
Yeah,
is real, right? This body, you
right,
feel the
right.
physical
Pain
pain, even
and mental
even
agony.
physical pain, even if you look at closely, some of us have gone through pain, physical pain. I know what is pain. I have gone through terrible pain. This body has undergone terrible pain, believe me, because of my cervical thing. I know what maybe the highest level I can bear. I have reached there. But believe me, it is not the physical pain that causes you pain. It is the psychological fear. The thought about pain is more painful than the actual pain. I'm telling you as one who has gone through the pain. I'm sure I'm not the only one. All of us might have gone through pain at some point. It is not the physical pain that is painful. That is a small part because that is inevitable. When that happens, it happens. It is the psychological pain, either the fear of that pain recurring.
Very true.
Or an imagination of reliving of the pain. These two things are more painful than the pain is gone. You suffered, it's just a memory.
Yeah.
It is just. So for a Vedanti, these things are very easy to answer.
Okay.
Even the death, the death may say, so that person died out of an accident. What sin has he committed? First of all, why do you not accept? Only when you don't accept, the question comes. Why? Why should it happen to me? Vedanti will say, why should it not happen to you? So where is the question of, so you're like, you want to paramarthika, like, you're want to see when you are seeing the big picture, right? So when you have that, then this looks trivial or less, right? So even like, even when you lose a person very dear to you, it may be your mother, your father, husband, wife, or even worse, your own children. Right? As a mother or a father losing a child, even that thought is can be unbearable, right? But the thing is, the fact is that body, right? That being, that body died, right? So what is it that really causes sadness in you? Is it a really love for that, or your attachment to that body? You almost, it is like your possession. You lose a house, you feel sad.
Yeah.
Right? It is not the sorrow feeling sad for the house. No. You feel sorry for yourself that you lost the house. So when we lose a person, what is that which makes saddens us? Are we feeling
Attachment.
sad for that person? That person is gone.
Yeah.
Suffered, not suffered, happily died, unhappily died, doesn't matter.
Mm.
That life is gone. That body had its ending. It's over. Right now, it's only a memory for you.
Yeah.
What is it in you which is suffering? Okay.
So coming back to that cause and effect then,
Yes.
when you were explaining that we have to do the good things versus doing good things.
And I did not use the word good things. I said, whatever we do, we have to take responsibility and bear the consequences. Karmanyeva adhikaraha ma phaleshu kadachana. So it doesn't mean you can escape phala. No.
Okay.
You have to experience that phala. That phala may be short term. You may see it immediately, or you may see in the long term. It doesn't matter. Certain things are easy to see the causal relationship, cause effect. For example, we don't take care of ourselves. We don't eat well. We don't exercise well. We trouble the body, torture the body for the mind, right? And then you can see the effect, ill health. By the time you are 40, 50, you have blood pressure, sugar, whatnot. By the time you're 60, you're almost like, body is in a bad shape. Our own doing in our life, we can see the cause and effect. So there is a very easy, these are easy things which you can see. But there are things which are rather difficult. Difficult because of the mind's difficulty. But for that effect, there is no difficulty for the effect to happen. The causes have resulted in that effect. You may not be able to perceive the whole picture. Follow? So when we say something happens, you call it bad if it is bad from your mind's perspective. You call it good if it is good from your mind's perspective. It doesn't matter whether you see it as good or bad. That thing is a result of so many causes. Some causes you understand, you might have caused them. Many causes you may not have caused, you may not understand. But your understanding is no matter.
Okay.
So it is cause effect. And this janma, definitely it is because of the purva karma. Like I said, samskara is a good example. Why you have that samskara? Right from your birth. It cannot be from the womb, right? Mother's womb. All mother gave the birth to all the children the same way. She took, but still the children grow up to have different samskara.
So,
right
so that purva samskara is coming, isn't reincarnation or whatever that is coming into play there? No?
That can be the only explanation, right? What other explanation can you give?
That is where now I end up in a cycle of...
So, but again, that is not something I would worry about. Because that is not important. The reason you should not worry about, because it is trivial.
It doesn't matter.
It is irrelevant. That is a small thing. One of the small things which you want to understand as immaterial, irrelevant.
Got it. Thank you.
Astu. It's a long question, so long answer.
Sorry.
No. That's fine. So this is like Q&A session. So those who interested or interested will stay. But the class ended 10 minutes back. Astu. I think that is good enough for today. So we'll continue next Saturday. So the class will be like this, 8:30 to about 9:30, 9:45. After that, if there are questions, it may take 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So those who are interested to participate in the discussion and can listen. Otherwise, it is fixed time, 8:30 to 9:45. Bhavatu, प्रस्थापयामः. कोऽपि शान्तिमन्त्रं वदेत्. कः वक्तुमिच्छति? विवेक महोदय, भवान् वक्तुमिच्छति किं? शान्तिमन्त्रम्.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात्
पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते